golden era of R&B, legendary artists captivated audiences with their soulful voices and unforgettable performances. Yet behind the music and fame, many of these talented individuals saw their lives tragically cut short. Let's take a look at the R&B singers who died tragically. Number 15, Michael Jackson. On June 25, 2009, a few weeks before the start of his highly anticipated concert series in London, Michael Jackson, known as the King of Pop, sadly died. Despite all the tickets being sold, audiences would not have the chance to witness his performance. The cause of Jackson's death was attributed to cardiac arrest, triggered by a harmful mixture of propofol and benzodiazepine, substances given to him by his doctor, Conrad Murray, to aid his sleep at his temporary residence in Holmby Hills, Los Angeles. At 12:21 p.m. Pacific Time, emergency medical technicians received an urgent 911 call and reached Jackson's residence in a mere 4 minutes. Upon their arrival, they discovered Jackson unresponsive and promptly initiated cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR. Regrettably, despite their diligent efforts and ongoing resuscitation endeavors, during transport to Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center, Jackson could not be revived. Following over 60 minutes of intensive resuscitative measures at the medical facility, Jackson was declared deceased. Michael Joseph Jackson, born on August 29, 1958, transcended his role as a mere vocalist and performer to become a revered cultural figure whose impact endured for over 40 years. His innovative contributions to the realms of music, dance, and fashion, coupled with the intricacies of his personal life, solidified his status as a prominent figure in the realm of popular culture. Jackson transformed the landscape of stage and video productions, introducing and popularizing distinctive dance routines such as the moonwalk and the robot, thereby leaving an enduring impression on a global scale. If you're shocked by this, keep on watching to discover how the American icon known as The Voice met her end. Number 14, Whitney Houston. Whitney Elizabeth Houston, an American singer, actress, film producer, and philanthropist, was widely recognized and acclaimed as The Voice. She achieved significant success in her career as one of the most decorated performers and top-selling music artists globally, with record sales surpassing 220 million. Houston's ability to appeal to a wide audience on music charts and her pioneering contributions to various performances played a pivotal role in breaking down societal barriers related to gender and race, leaving a lasting impact on popular culture. Her unique vocal style and distinctive tone garnered her the esteemed title of the second greatest singer of all time by Rolling Stone. Numerous documentaries and television specials have been dedicated to exploring the extraordinary life and achievements of Houston. Regrettably, the iconic singer Whitney Houston passed away prematurely on February 11, 2012. She was discovered unconscious in Suite 434 at the Beverly Hilton, submerged in the bathtub. Paramedics from Beverly Hills arrived at the scene to find her non-responsive and administered CPR. However, her death was determined to be an accidental drowning, exacerbated by underlying heart conditions and a history of substance abuse. Whitney Houston made a significant contribution to the music industry with her impressive vocal abilities and emotional performances, which revolutionized the genres of R&B and soul. Her talent for imbuing each note with profound emotion and warmth resonated with audiences globally. Hits like "I Will Always Love You" remain timeless and serve as a reminder of her extraordinary skill. As we commemorate her, we pay tribute to her enduring legacy and the joy she brought to countless listeners. May she find eternal peace in the beauty of music. Number 13, Jack Wilson. Jack Leroy Wilson Jr., also commonly referred to as Mr. Excitement, was a renowned American vocalist who played a significant role in the evolution of rhythm and blues to soul music in the mid-20th century. Originating from Highland Park, Michigan, Wilson's captivating stage presence and impressive vocal abilities firmly established him as one of the most exciting and memorable performers in the realms of soul, rhythm, and blues, as well as rock and roll. On September 29, 1975, during his performance of the popular song Lonely Teardrops, Wilson experienced a severe heart attack, coinciding with the lyrics, "My heart is crying." The crowd, oblivious to the gravity of the incident, initially perceived his fall as a part of the performance and responded with applause. However, Cornell Gunther from the Coasters, who was behind the scenes, recognized that a grave situation was unfolding. Following over 60 minutes of rigorous resuscitation attempts, Michael Jackson was declared deceased. Michael Jackson, who was born on August 29, 1958, transcended his role as a mere singer and performer to become a cultural icon with a lasting influence that lasted for more than 40 years. His pioneering achievements in music, dance, and fashion, along with the intricacies of his personal life, solidified his position as a noteworthy figure in mainstream culture. The legacy of Jackson, characterized by his inventive contributions, still reverberates today, showcasing the lasting impression he left on society. Throughout the subsequent years, Wilson remained incapacitated, unable to communicate verbally, yet retaining awareness of his surroundings. His last years were spent in a nursing facility, where he eventually succumbed to pneumonia-related complications on January 21, 1984, at the age of 49. Initially, his remains were interred in an unmarked plot at West Lawn Cemetery in the vicinity of Detroit. You will never believe who is the next on the list.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay.
Number 12, James Brown. James Brown, often referred to as the godfather of soul, made a lasting impact on the music industry that cannot be emphasized enough. His dynamic live shows, intense energy, and innovative sound transformed the genres of R&B and soul, leaving a lasting influence on numerous artists from various musical backgrounds. However, on December 25, 2006, the world was saddened by the passing of this iconic musician. At the age of 73, Brown was hospitalized in Atlanta due to pneumonia-related complications. His health deteriorated, leading to a heart attack and indicating his impending demise. Bobbitt, a close friend and manager, remained with him until the end, observing the last moments of the performer who had previously commanded attention on international stages. In his last moments, James Brown, with his voice diminished by illness, quietly informed Bobbitt that he would be departing that evening. Following those words, the room was enveloped in silence as Brown took 3 extended, serene breaths before entering his final slumber. The death of James Brown has resulted in a notable absence in the realm of music. Nevertheless, his impact lives on in the inventive rhythms and styles that continue to influence contemporary R&B and soul. His legacy remains a potent presence, resonating through present-day music and guaranteeing that his contributions to the field will be remembered indefinitely. His renowned vocal expressions and captivating performances have indelibly shaped modern music. Brown was not just a performer known as Mr. Dynamite. He was an innovator, a pioneer whose influence remained ever powerful. Despite his passing, James Brown's impact continues to resonate on stage and in the hearts of his audiences, his legacy as enduring and dynamic as the man himself.
Headed for the Frisco Bay. I've had
Number 11, Otis Redding. On December 10, 1967, Otis Redding, known for his captivating voice that could enamor the soul and evoke a sense of enthusiasm, met a tragic end when he perished in a plane crash in Wisconsin at the young age of 26. The untimely demise of this talented musician left a profound impact on the music industry and all those who had the pleasure of listening to his soul-stirring melodies. The private aircraft transporting Redding and his musical group crash-landed in the freezing waters of Lake Monona, probably as a result of adverse weather conditions and possible mechanical malfunctions. This tragic incident resulted in the loss of Redding and 4 members of his band, creating an irreplaceable void within the music industry. Redding's influence endures despite his premature death, as evidenced by his enduring impact through iconic tracks such as Sittin' On the Dock of the Bay. This particular song serves as a heartfelt representation of introspective contemplation, encapsulating Redding's artistic depth. Ironically, it marked his initial chart-topping success following his passing, solidifying his enduring legacy in the annals of musical history. Redding displayed a fearless willingness to convey deep emotions in his musical compositions. His poetic lyrics, encompassing aspirations and recollections, persist in motivating and touching audiences long after his death. In one of his songs, he proclaimed, "I've got dreams, dreams to remember," highlighting the lasting impact of Otis Redding's dream-ridden legacy on the global music scene. Despite his absence, the reverberations of his vocal expressions and the essence of his musical contributions endure, serving as heartfelt reminders of the genius that was tragically taken from us on that day. Number 10, Teddy Pendergrass.
I can't do what 10 people tell me to do.
Teddy Pendergrass, recognized for his distinctive voice that significantly influenced the Philly soul genre, was an influential figure. Initially gaining prominence as the primary vocalist of Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, his smooth and authoritative vocals quickly propelled him to solo stardom. Known for chart-topping songs such as Close the Door and Turn Off the Lights, Teddy's music became synonymous with themes of romance, passion, and emotional turmoil, striking a chord with audiences worldwide. However, Teddy's successful career came to an unexpected end in 1982 due to a tragic car accident. This incident resulted in Teddy being paralyzed from the chest down, a situation that might have discouraged someone else. Nevertheless, Teddy remained resilient. Instead of allowing his physical limitations to dictate his identity, he made a remarkable comeback by performing on stage from a wheelchair, with his voice retaining its characteristic richness and soulful quality. His strength and perseverance served as a source of motivation, not only for his supporters, but also for his colleagues in the artistic community. Regrettably, Teddy Pendergrass encountered another health challenge later on, this time involving colon cancer. Following a successful surgical procedure for colon cancer on June 5, 2009, Pendergrass returned home for recuperation. However, he had to be readmitted to the hospital a few weeks later due to respiratory complications. Tragically, after battling respiratory issues for 7 months, Pendergrass passed away on January 13, 2010, as a result of respiratory failure. His wife Joan was with him at Bryn Mawr Hospital in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania, during his final moments. Pendergrass was laid to rest at the West Laurel Hill Cemetery in Bala Cynwyd, Pennsylvania. The world bid farewell to this remarkable musical icon at the age of 59. Despite facing numerous challenges, Teddy Pendergrass's enduring legacy is characterized by resilience, fervor, and an unwavering devotion to music. He previously vocalized, "If you are not acquainted with my true self, you may never attain that knowledge." However, we were familiar with him, his vocal prowess, resilience, and unyielding determination. While Teddy Pendergrass may no longer be among us, his musical legacy endures, resonating in our hearts and serving as a heartfelt tribute to the individual who remained steadfast in maintaining his melody despite adversities faced in life. What significant health challenges do you think an icon might face that surpass those of the past? And how did her story conclude?
Sad song, y'all. Sad song is all I...
Number 9, Etta James. Etta James, a singer known for her powerful voice that resonates across generations, mesmerized listeners with each performance. Her enduring hits such as At Last and I'd Rather Go Blind conveyed profound emotional depth, making a lasting impact on the music industry. However, beneath her vocal prowess lay a woman grappling with personal challenges. Etta was admitted to the hospital in January 2010 due to an infection caused by MRSA, a tenacious bacterium that posed challenges in treatment. While in the hospital, her son Danto disclosed that she had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease in 2008, a fact that had not been made public. The revelation of her Alzheimer's diagnosis brought about additional difficulties for Etta as the news spread globally. Etta was diagnosed with leukemia in early 2011. The illness advanced quickly and eventually became fatal. Artis Mills, her husband, was designated as the sole conservator of her estate to ensure she received optimal care during her final days. Etta James passed away on January 20th, 2012, at the age of 73 at Riverside Community Hospital in Riverside, California. The passing of Etta James signaled the conclusion of a noteworthy period, yet her musical work endured and maintained its profound emotional impact that solidified her as a significant figure. Etta James left behind a remarkable legacy characterized by her resilience, intense passion, and unwavering dedication to her artistic craft. Despite her nearing death, the incomparable strength of her vocal abilities persisted, creating a lasting melodic imprint that will resonate with and move listeners in the years to come. May Etta James rest in eternal melody. Number 8, Minnie Riperton. Minnie Riperton, recognized as the songbird of soul, mesmerized audiences worldwide with her remarkable 5-octave vocal range, characterized by a voice of exceptional clarity and strength that appeared to glide effortlessly through the atmosphere. Her iconic track, Lovin' You, emerged as a symbolic representation of affection, distinguished by its subtle, airy tones and captivating tune. However, beneath the captivating quality of her musical compositions lay a personal struggle that would tragically result in her demise. During the pinnacle of her success in 1976, Minnie received the devastating news of being afflicted with breast cancer. Nevertheless, she persisted in her musical endeavors, producing songs that resonated with a mix of resilience and emotional fragility. The once exuberant tone of her vocals evolved into a profound and heartfelt expression, mirroring the adversity she confronted with dignity and bravery. On July 12, 1979, Minnie Riperton passed away at the age of 31 due to breast cancer. Despite her illness, she continued to advocate for breast cancer awareness. Her message of stay in love, stay alive continues to resonate as a testament to her resilience and positivity. Minnie Riperton's vocal talent remains a significant presence, serving as a heartfelt and exquisite heritage that has perpetuated inspiration among both artists and audiences throughout the years.
Love got to do with it. Who needs love?
Number 7, Tina Turner. Tina Turner, a highly influential figure in the genres of soul and rock music, enthralled audiences worldwide with her dynamic live shows and distinctive voice. The global music community mourned on May 24th, 2023, upon learning of her death. Tina passed away quietly in Switzerland, where she had made her home at the age of 83 due to natural causes. Despite her departure from the limelight, the enduring legacy of her music continues to resonate strongly. Tina embarked on a journey characterized by triumph and resilience, embodying passion, power, and an indomitable spirit through her voice. Initially leading the dynamic duo of Ike and Tina Turner, she later embarked on a remarkable solo career, infusing soul into her music with each note she sang, transforming personal pain into powerful anthems and adversity into resilience. Tina's iconic songs such as What's Love Got to Do With It and Proud Mary transcend mere commercial success to embody lasting contributions to the musical landscape, driven by Tina's unique and intense energy. Tina Turner's impact was not limited to her performances on stage. She represented resilience and transformation, triumphing over various obstacles to become a worldwide symbol. Despite finding solace in the tranquil surroundings of Switzerland in her later life, her lasting influence remains powerful and far-reaching. In reflecting on her remarkable life and unwavering determination, we express our admiration. Her musical contributions, dynamic presence, and fundamental nature will be perpetually remembered, resonating in the fond memories of her supporters. Number 6. Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin is often associated with soul-stirring music that deeply touches the audience. Her title as the Queen of Soul highlights the powerful and emotional nature of her voice, which elicited both admiration and love from listeners. Songs such as Respect and Think were not merely popular. They served as symbols of empowerment and self-value, influencing not only the music sector, but also societal norms. On August 16, 2018, the global community mourned the passing of this renowned individual to a pancreatic neuroendocrine tumor, an uncommon and fast-growing type of pancreatic cancer. The announcement of her death deeply affected admirers worldwide, who had consistently sought solace and motivation in her musical works. Aretha Franklin was distinguished for the depth and authenticity of her artistry, with each musical note reflecting a profound sense of strength and dignity that transcended mere performance. May Aretha rest in eternal peace. Her music continues to endure, serving as a reminder of her remarkable talent and identity. It remains a constant presence in the hearts of those who appreciate her lasting impact. Number 5. Jesse Powell. Jesse Powell, an American vocalist specializing in R&B and soul music, gained recognition for his popular track You, reaching the top spot on the R&B chart and peaking at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. Lowell Silas Jr. discovered Powell, recognizing his exceptional musical abilities, leading to widespread recognition within the music community. Powell released a total of 4 albums during his career, distinguished for his impressive vocal range, spanning 4 octaves. As the elder sibling of Trina and Tamara, fellow R&B vocalists, Powell's impact extended beyond his achievements, serving as a source of inspiration for those in his circle. Renowned musician Jesse Powell, a nominee for the Grammy Awards, captivated audiences with his impressive performance of the song You, establishing his significance in the realm of R&B. Unfortunately, Powell passed away in his Los Angeles residence a day after celebrating his 51st birthday on September 13, 2022. The cause of his untimely death was determined to be a fatal overdose of methamphetamine. Despite Jesse Powell's premature death, his enduring legacy is kept alive by his impactful singing and heartfelt stage presence. His R&B music, characterized by its emotional richness and depth, has made a lasting impression on the genre. While his absence is keenly felt by his admirers, loved ones, and supporters, the influence of his artistry and the mark he has left on the industry lives on. May Jesse Powell rest in peace. Which icon do you believe met an unexpected end without any prior warning? Healing, baby. Number 4. Natina Reed. Natina Reed, an accomplished artist hailing from the United States, gained prominence for her roles as a singer, rapper, and actress, particularly for her contributions as a vital member of the R&B girl group known as Blake during the late 1990s and early 2000s. She was born on October 28, 1980, in New York, and her exceptional abilities significantly influenced Blake's accomplishments. Natina's unique vocal technique and engaging performance on stage distinguished her, substantially enhancing the group's appeal. Blake, renowned for popular songs such as 808 Inches and Bring It All to Me, achieved significant success through adeptly incorporating elements of R&B, pop, and hip-hop in their music. Natina played a pivotal role in crafting the group's unique sound and persona, solidifying their standing as a prominent entity in the music landscape of the time. Natina Reed, in addition to her musical achievements, pursued opportunities in the realm of acting, where she demonstrated her diverse talents further. Her portrayal in the 2000 movie Bring It On played a crucial role in solidifying the film's reputation as a beloved classic, thereby increasing her impact on mainstream culture. Regrettably, Natina's life came to an abrupt end on October 26, 2012, a mere 2 days before her 32nd birthday, as she was hit by a vehicle while walking in Lawrenceville, Georgia. The sudden and premature passing of Natina Reed was deeply felt by the music industry and her admirers. She is commemorated not solely for her impact on Blake, but also for her lively essence, establishing a lasting imprint in the R&B and hip-hop realms. Number 3, Donny Hathaway. Donny Hathaway's life ended tragically on January 13, 1979, when his lifeless body was discovered outside the Essex House Hotel in New York City after a fall from the 15th floor. The authorities concluded that he ended his life, sparking sorrow and grief in the music industry over the untimely loss of one of its most emotive vocalists. Donny Hathaway, who was born on October 1st, 1945, in Chicago, was brought up in St. Louis under the care of his grandmother, who was a gospel singer and had a significant impact on his musical development. Hathaway demonstrated exceptional musical abilities from a young age and was awarded a scholarship for fine arts at Howard University. While he did not complete his studies at Howard, his experience at the university was influential, as it enabled him to establish valuable relationships, such as with Roberta Flack, who would later become his duet companion. Hathaway commenced his professional journey in the latter part of the 1960s as a session musician and arranger, showcasing his remarkable abilities that received immediate acclaim. His first album, Everything Is Everything, was launched in 1970, introducing audiences to his distinct fusion of soul, jazz, and gospel. Songs such as A Song for You and The Ghetto became timeless classics due to Hathaway's expressive and emotive voice. Donny Hathaway's reputation in the realm of music history was reinforced by his partnerships with Roberta Flack, including their award-winning duet, Where Is the Love? Although he grappled with ongoing mental health challenges during his lifetime, Hathaway's enduring musical legacy endures and resonates with audiences globally. Number 2, Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye, an influential figure in the realm of rhythm and blues music, made a lasting impact on the music industry through his innovative creativity and the tragic circumstances surrounding his death. His untimely demise, at the hands of his father, had a profound effect on the music world, highlighting the unfortunate intersection of his exceptional talent and personal struggles. Gaye's upbringing was heavily influenced by gospel music, a reflection of the strict religious upbringing he received. Born on April 2, 1939, in Washington, D.C., to Marvin Gaye Sr., a clergyman, and Alberta Cooper, Gaye's early years were deeply immersed in church music, the sole permitted genre in his household. From a young age, Gaye displayed musical prowess, mastering the piano and drums. However, his aspirations as a musician began to take form during his high school years when he discovered rhythm and blues and doo-wop, sparking his ambitions. In the late 1950s, Gaye joined the New Moonglows, a group that experienced moderate success. His extraordinary talent quickly caught the attention of Motown executives. Initially working in production at Motown, Gaye collaborated with luminaries like Stevie Wonder and the Supremes. His openness to explore diverse musical styles, from rhythm and blues to disco, and his development of a unique tenor voice, which evolved into a powerful falsetto, solidified his position in music history. For 22 years, Gaye released 56 singles, achieving 18 top 10 hits and 3 number 1 singles, as well as 6 top 10 albums, leaving a timeless legacy. Nevertheless, Gaye's life was marked by personal challenges. His father, Marvin Gaye Sr., was a strict disciplinarian whose methods of discipline surpassed conventional measures. Marvin and his siblings endured daily beatings and harsh biblical exams, with any errors resulting in further punishment. Despite his strict adherence to Orthodox Judaism and Pentecostalism, Marvin Sr. was also a heavy drinker who frequently dressed in his wife's clothing, behaviors that embarrassed Marvin Jr. and strained their relationship. Marvin Sr. was believed to harbor resentment toward his son's success, feeling overshadowed as a failed musician and preacher. Though their relationship was strained, they briefly reconciled during church events. As Marvin Sr.'s alcoholism worsened, Marvin Jr. sought refuge in music and joined the Air Force, from which he was honorably discharged due to authority issues. Gaye's career soared with Motown, where he married Anna Gordy and became a pivotal figure, notably collaborating with Tammy Terrell on hits like You're All I Need to Get By. The tragic death of Tammy Terrell in 1970 from a brain tumor plunged Gaye into deep despair, leading to isolation and heavy cocaine use. Gaye briefly contemplated abandoning his music career and even considered pursuing a football career, but redirected his emotions into a new musical direction inspired by the social and political upheavals of the era. This led to the creation of What's Going On, a song that was initially met with resistance by Motown, but eventually became a resounding success, selling 2.5 million copies and granting Gaye creative autonomy. Despite his professional achievements, Gaye's personal life was tumultuous. His marriage to Anna Gordy ended, and he later married Jan Gaye, a 17-year-old, with whom he had 2 children. Financial difficulties, largely due to the divorce, compelled him to record an album containing songs critical of his ex-wife to cover alimony expenses. In his later years, Gaye's life continued to unravel. After departing from Motown, he amassed enormous tax debts, resulting in the confiscation of his assets. He lived in a van, contended with cocaine addiction, and prematurely ended a European tour due to missed performances. A brief affair with Lady Edith Foxwell preceded his return to the U.S. in 1983, but his resurgence was short-lived. One of his final noteworthy performances was his jazz rendition of the national anthem at the 1983 NBA All-Star Game. Shortly thereafter, Gaye moved in with his parents, reviving old traumas. Paranoia, exacerbated by substance abuse, led him to possess firearms, including one that he had gifted his father as a Christmas present. On April 1st, 1984, an altercation between Gaye's parents over insurance documents turned violent. Marvin intervened to shield his mother, resulting in a confrontation where Marvin Sr. fired at him twice, with the first bullet proving fatal. Marvin Gaye was declared deceased just a day before his 45th birthday. What dark twist led to the shocking end of Roger Troutman, the mastermind behind funk's iconic sound? Number 1. Roger Troutman. On a solemn April morning in 1999, the city of Dayton, Ohio, was plunged into disbelief. The lifeless body of renowned funk musician Roger Troutman was uncovered behind a recording studio, bearing fatal gunshot injuries. Nearby, less than a mile away, another devastating incident occurred with the discovery of Roger's brother, Larry, also deceased. These distressing events marked the rhythm and blues world with the Troutman family's deep musical roots. Among the 10 siblings were 5 girls and 5 boys. The 4th child, Roger, emerged as the most musically gifted from a young age. His father nurtured his talent, encouraging continuous learning and proficiency with various instruments. Roger, a versatile musician who could play by ear, often rehearsed his father's favorite pieces. Despite frequent issues with unreliable bandmates early in his career, Roger taught his younger siblings, eventually forming a group that caught George Clinton's attention. Originally called Roger and the Human Body, Clinton suggested a new name to rival Parliament Funkadelic and Sly, and the Family Stone. The youngest sibling's nickname, Zapp, served as the inspiration for the new name, which was readily embraced by Clinton. In 1981, Roger Troutman entered into a solo contract with Bootsy Collins under the Rubber Band music label, resulting in a string of successful songs that would ultimately define his musical legacy. Among these hits were More Bounce to the Ounce and Computer Love. Roger became renowned for his pioneering utilization of the talkbox, a musical device popularized by Stevie Wonder on national television. Roger was particularly intrigued by the distinctive sound produced by this device, despite the absence of internet resources or the capability to rewind television broadcasts in his era. Roger's keen interest in the talkbox motivated him to gather information from fellow musicians in recording studios. Ultimately, it was their father who unearthed crucial information regarding the device. Roger's musical work was considered innovative for its time, as it intertwined futuristic communication and technology themes with elements of funk. His creative output and abilities as a producer played a crucial role in the triumph of his band, Zapp, where Larry focused on managing the business aspect. Although the group achieved significant career milestones, disagreements over finances caused strain within the Troutman family, particularly intensified tensions between Roger and Larry. While Roger found success in his solo endeavors, Troutman Enterprises encountered challenges that prompted Roger to consider cutting professional ties with Larry. On that fateful occasion, Lester Troutman, a sibling, recollected experiencing a premonition of impending doom. A telephone call disrupted the tranquility of a Sunday morning, conveying distressing information from acquaintance Shirley Murdoch. Larry had been discovered deceased, and Roger had sustained injuries inflicted by him. Lester found himself consumed by sorrow as he attempted to process the loss of his siblings. Larry was found with a self-inflicted gunshot wound after Roger was dead. The conflict between the siblings was primarily based on financial matters and differences in their professional opinions, resulting in this unfortunate conclusion. The announcement of their fatalities shook the Dayton community and beyond. Roger Troutman, a trailblazer in funk and R&B music, and his brother Larry were remembered not only for their musical impact, but also for the tragic violence that ended their lives. The family experienced deep sorrow. They withdrew from society, seeking comfort in one another's presence and grieving in solitude. The incident took place shortly after the Columbine school massacre, prompting their mother to sympathize with the bereaved family she saw in the media. Roger and Larry's funeral attracted a large crowd at Solid Rock Church in Monroe, Ohio. Admirers, colleagues in the music industry, and notable figures from the world of funk gathered to honor the brothers. The ceremony served as a powerful testimony to Roger's impact, exemplified by a moving rendition of Amazing Grace, played on a talkbox by their relative Rufus. The siblings were interred at Greenwood Cemetery, and a commemorative statue has been erected at the former Troutman Studios as a tribute to Roger's lasting influence. In the subsequent years, Zapp embarked on a tour once more, driven by the overwhelming support received from fans globally. Despite challenges experienced in the past, their connection remained robust, and they unveiled fresh musical pieces that included partnerships with renowned artists such as Snoop Dogg and Kurupt, incorporating the vocals of Roger. Unfortunately, in the year 2020, the family experienced further grief when Roger's granddaughter, Lexi Alaguerre, passed away unexpectedly. The accidental overdose of the talented young rapper was a devastating event for the family, contributing to their already significant burden of sorrow. Roger Troutman's impact is long-lasting within the music industry. His groundbreaking sound and his valuable contributions to funk and R&B have made a lasting impression, despite his premature death. The enduring legacy of his music serves as a source of inspiration, resonating through the creations of artists he inspired and the musical styles he helped develop. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.